backline, either let the Knight take position, try to pressure with Din's Fire, and then once Ralphie swings on that shield, something's coming out. It's probably going to be back air, probably going to be forward air sometimes, but either way, Ralphie's not going to be dealing with that. He is picking into that Wolf, so we're going to see it for game one. I like the pick a little bit more because it lets Ralphie be a bit more aggro.
Right.
If he's just going blow for blow with the Lyric, then he's going to get at least more damage from that blow to blow.
Yeah, and also what's going to be a key factor is, like you mentioned before, the Zelda being a spacey character, trying to maintain her spacing game. Wolf can also be as aggressive, but also as defensive, playing the spacey game as well. With that blaster, you saw he began this game, and once again, is throwing it out once again. That blaster is going to be a key factor for whether or not Lyrics is going to have to get in Ralphie's face or not. But as you see right now, 84% already dealt. Lyric trying to find a response back. 28% already dealt on Ralphie, but Ralphie just seems to be getting in and finding the pictures left and right. And as I say that, Bear's going to seal the stock. Only 28% dealt on Ralphie. Lyric has to respond back, and she has no time to waste.
You know, even with Ralphie respecting the space that Lyric could cover, he still stayed right on top of her, kept the pressure on. And Zelda's one of those characters that always, like, despite the fact that she can break that pressure, she's got to be careful about what options she picks. Going for the nairs, I think, is going to be something we're going to see a good amount of, just because that breakaway option helps to peel Wolf off. And then also if Blaster's thrown out, just a quick reflection back. Could also send that back in case Ralphie uses his own reflector.
Yeah, and it's all going to be about the awareness as well. You know, Ralphie being fully aware whenever that Phantom is going to charge up, whenever Zelda is just going to use any of her spacing attacks, he just goes to the ledge, you know, he relaxes a bit. He'll throw out a blaster or he'll throw out that reflector. As you see right there, Zelda's going to get the get off me tool with that neutral B. But you see, Lyric's trying to respond back and seal the stock, and sealing the stock she does with that Phantom. Going to get it done, but only 126% of extra credit dealt to Lyric. She has to respond back quickly before Ralphie seals the deal once again, throwing out these bears left and right. Yeah. But it's going to take one forward tilt to the ground, ledge trapping him and sealing the stock.
She shouldn't have been playing around on the ledge that long, especially with Wolf. Wolf has a good amount of moves that could just cover deep, especially that forward tilt. We've seen it plenty of times from Ralphie, whether or not he's trying to use it in neutral or guard the ledge with it. And just like that, look at this juggle. This is nuts from Ralphie. He's just pressing the buttons all over.
Oh,
and now he's trying to get disrespectful.
Yeah, getting a little bit disrespectful there. Come on, man. You know, where's your manners for the ladies? Come on, keep it going. But Lyric trying to respond back with some Zelda moves of her own. You know, neutral B is definitely an effective move. But you see, Ralphie has no reason to approach, and he notices that. 2 stocks up and 41%. He has Lyric basically at kill percent. 1 strong smash attack will seal the deal, as well as a back air.
Oh, good DI from Lyric, keeping her alive, getting her back to the stage, but she needs to figure out how she's going to burst out to Ralphie in order to at least get this game a little closer to tie. Ralphie's staying at like max distance for his blaster, super duper smart, because it forces Lyric to go for the max charge of the Knight, but that Knight's not doing much.
Yeah, definitely not, hasn't been a key factor here. And you saw Lyric kind of playing around, throwing a few taunts here and there as she was starting to Phantom earlier. But you see, I don't know if she's accepting defeat. I don't know what she's doing. But I definitely know that she's trying to maintain everything she can. Up throw's not going to seal the stock yet. But a up air will. Okay. And a dominant performance from Ralphie in this game one. What goes through Lyric's head? Does she have to be a little bit more aggressive, or does she have to play a little bit more safely? Because those Phantoms have not been clicking the way that she wants to.
Yeah, I mean, she's a seasoned veteran. She knows she's got a whole nother game ahead of herself.
Oh, yeah.
She psychs herself up for that. She can take that back. Because if she manages to force forward in shield, go for more of the out-of-shield options, it's a little bit more difficult because Wolf sits kind of low to the ground. He's got really awkward positioning. But if she gets that sweet spot forward there, sweet spot there, forces Ralphie off stage, that's where she can take advantage of him a lot more. Not only does Zelda have the tools to facilitate really good edge guards, but Lyric herself, once she gets a little bit of that momentum going, she's very confident in her play. We just got to see a little bit of that, and maybe the stage switch to Battlefield give us a little bit more space.
Yeah, and speaking of space, the spacing game
is wild, bro.
Yeah, she's wild. We're going to start things off with a taunt, but you know what? It's not about, you know, how you start things off. It's about how you finish things. And right now, you see Lyric trying to maintain her own. Right now, you know, she racked up that damage, and that forward smash is going to connect, bring it back at even stock, even percentage.
I'm definitely trying to see Lyric press these buttons. Like, she's giving the hot mash, and it's keeping the damage even. that's the difficult part about fighting Wolf. It's not the fact that he can kill super early. It's not the fact that he has like particularly good frame data. Right. It's the fact that if he is getting just a couple of hits in, like a 3 or 4 hit string, that's OD damage. A lot of characters, especially on the slower end like Zelda, can't keep up the pace that well, and that's the X factor that keeps Wolf ahead of the race. But if you're putting out smash attacks recklessly like this, that race is a lot easier to manage.
Yeah, and they have been connecting left and right for Lyric so far. Looking very phenomenal in this game, too. Oh, okay, she's going to make it back. Can't underestimate that recovery, but we can't also underestimate that back air. Wolf sealing the stock once again, looking very clean. Fair strings coming out 17%, but here comes Lyric trying to respond back, sealing the stock, but the reflector, a key factor in game 1, also going to be a key factor in game 2. Ralphie maintaining center stage, and that Wolf Flash coming in clutch, 82% already dealt on you, Lyric.
The response going to be, once again, that blaster from max distance putting in a world of hurt. But Ferora's win coming in clutch. Lyric, once again, she's tying up the stocks, but she's bleeding a bit and instantly eating that back air. Ralphie maintaining the stock lead. And it's looking grim here, Milagros. What do you think can be done for Lyric? What do you think she needs to do? Because we've seen plenty of this forward smash working out.
Yeah, now she's just throwing out neutral Bs and forward smashes everywhere, left and right. And you see the name of the game for her now is going to be how she's going to have to approach, because you see Ralphie just playing it into the ledge all he wants to because he can't do so. That blaster is going to be a key factor. That reflector as well, he's going to keep throwing them out. So the response for Lyric becomes, how do I get in? Do I got to jump more? Do I got to stay more grounded? Or do I got to just be careful with that reflector, because that reflector is going to put me in a do or die situation.
Like, Ralphie did it once last match and once this set. And, yeah, like, it's that threat of it that's really putting Lyric off on where she can aggressively approach with Phantom.
And it's only once, but you see the amount of effect that it does to Lyric, and not only to Lyric, but the gameplay in general.
That's what I'm looking
smart.
for.
I like that weight, but you know what? Nothing's going to come out of it there. But something will come out of that fair. Not a death. Oh!
Yo, it's
Ralphie believed he won that game, but you know what? We're still in it to win it. Lyric's not out of this yet.
Yo, cheese him. Bring us to game 3.
It's definitely doable now. Zelda can definitely get this Wolf off stage if she can find the moment to do so. That was almost a shield break. Forward smash is coming out. Lyric's definitely not out of it yet.
Yo, she's pressing all the buttons. Yeah, I'm loving it.
At this point, that's all you can do. With a character like Zelda, you just gotta mash until something works. Gonna land safely back on stage. Back throw.
All right, I like the damage. Dash attack on shield, immediately fix that up.
And now she has him off stage. This could be
catch. All right,
this
hold on.
What do we got? She won. Oh my gosh, that was a grab and a half, but no grab there. Forward tilt. Yeah,
not enough. All right, almost snatching it back, but it's going to be a 2-0 for Ralphie.
And that would have been a clutch moment for Lyric if she was able to get that stock. You know, Ralphie has so much confidence coming into that last stock, though, knowing that you know, that up air is strong, but at that moment it just didn't seal the deal the way he wanted it to, and Lyric just very close to bringing this to a game 3 situation.